What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 10, the DT Podcast. I'm joined here by my amazing co-host, Trihex. And do we have a show for you today that is definitely unlike all the other shows we've done. How are you doing this week, buddy?
I'm doing good, but I couldn't help but notice your adjective of choice there, amazing. I can't tell if you're like genuinely complimenting my ability to co-host, or if you're just like, you're being such an epic Jesse Lee Peterson shitter now that you're ironically using his mannerisms in your everyday dialogue now.
Oh, amazing. So I've been playing Subnautica this week. It's been a lot of fun. You like how I just said the word and then totally changed topic into something totally unrelated? Yeah, fuck. I've actually, it's actually very strange now that I think about it. Lily Pichu and some of the people in the offline TV house now are using beta mail, like stuff like that. And it's just like, if you go back like a year, like the thought that you would be able to connect like a catchphrase of Jesse Lee Peterson with like the little like Asian people that play video games and do music in the offline TV streamer house. It's like that path is very funny to me, I guess.
Yeah, well, as the internet continues further and further, we're getting further interconnected here. And you ever think about the fact that we're gonna have like, there's gonna be like memeologists in about another 20 or 30 years, because like the post-internet meta of discussion will have been so saturated and so deeply intertwined into like being the meta of the meta of the meta, with so many layers deep, that you're gonna need someone who genuinely just studies like meme trends to understand.
Probably like fall under like sociology or some other type of or anthropology, maybe, or probably like some broader thing.
Nah, bro, it's gonna be dank, man.
It's gonna be its own thing.
It's gonna be its own thing, dude. Meme historians, dude. Meme preservation. It's gonna be a thing. People will look back at us in like the year 2300 and be like, "What the fuck were they thinking in 2019 and 18 and 16 and 17?" It's gonna be crazy, dude.
It's possible. Hold on, change the scene, you lazy fuck. Can you guys call? Okay, listen. Discord updated their shit and it made it so that I can't fucking capture their shit without it lagging horribly, without doing some weird shit. This is set up as some weird, I'm sorry, this is one of these where it took us like 20 minutes to get this set up. Something happened with Discord where Discord updated, and now if I try to capture Discord without hardware acceleration, it's literally like 3 FPS. It's like super fucked. So I'm doing some really weird, I'm capturing like the whole monitor and cropping it down. But
it looks fine to me. Oh, okay, I see now. They see the okay.
But don't. You know what? There you go.
No,
Are you happy? I fixed it. Okay. There you go, guys. We janked it up.
All right. First thing here is they're never gonna be happy. So you don't even show weakness. They're like a pack of like savage hyenas. They smell blood. The minute they smell fear, they're gonna pounce further and further, dude.
Okay, so how are you doing? You said you were sick this week. You said you tore bicep curling in the fucking power rack. What'd you do?
Well, obviously I fucking lift, bro, because I'm alpha as fuck. Yeah, so I was at the gym last Tuesday, and I was doing trap raises, and I overextended, or I overflexed, or I went too ham on it. I had 45s on each side and was trying to like get nice, and I didn't feel it right away. I did my set, did 3 sets of 20. It was awesome. Felt great. Yeah. My quarter chub got about a half an inch longer because I was just like feeling the pump and everything. And then about 12 hours later that night, when I tried to sleep, my back was very irritable. I could not get comfortable no matter what way I tried to sleep on my back. And I realized that, oh shit, I actually strained the muscle region of my back near my left shoulder blade. My girlfriend could feel it was like very, very tense, and it super sucked. Because as maybe y'all don't know, because it's a fortunate thing here, but whenever you have an injury in your back, that affects everything, because you find out how frequently you use your back for transitional movements to like convey like motion through your arms via the back a lot. So when I would grab like gallon of milk, that hurt. I'm grabbing anything, if I'm like even if I'm doing like a particular posture while playing gaming and streaming, it's bad. Like all of that just like rips right through the spine, and it super duper sucks.
Yeah, I remember, and I was telling you earlier when I hurt my back re-racking a squat, and I realized the next day like that literally every single fucking thing you do in your life, your lower back especially is like so important. Like even if like somebody like calls you and you're like raising your head out of bed, or if you're getting in and out of a car, these like seemingly normal tasks become literally fucking impossible to do. And like trying to hold everything straight and never ever bend or flex like even remotely is like fucking impossible. It seemed like one of the worst things about like fucking something up at the gym is that like if you I don't know if you get like paranoid or whatever, but like especially this happened when I went back to working out after my I don't right now obviously, but when I went back to after my back injury, was any time you would do something and you'd have this horrible lingering thought where like maybe something didn't feel necessarily right and you're wondering if you injured yourself, but you knew you wouldn't know until like the next fucking day because it always takes like fucking 12 hours for that shit to show up.
Yeah, no, that is a perpetual fear that this isn't my first time. It's only my second time getting an injury at the gym. But what I've learned from the first time was that shoulders I really want to relax on because, you know, if you think about the miracle of the human body, right? The fact that we have a rotating cup.
Oh, I think it's the most complicated joint in your body. Your shoulders are, right?
Yeah, dude, that is a miracle of science there. I don't want to, dude. Like I messed up because I did a shoulder exercise the wrong way, and that super sucked. Mm-hmm. That was not fun at all to deal with. I had to like take 3 weeks off gym just because I had to let it heal like full on, and I was just scared it wasn't really going to heal because that really scared me.
Yeah, I feel like every friend I ever had that like has benched like 225 or more has always had like a shoulder injury to talk about. Like it seems like a really fucking common thing when you start lifting heavy in the gym.
Yeah, I definitely big respect goes out to let me think here, what, like anything with a big rotational like mechanism involved in it. So like I don't know, pelvis, I'm like I can't even imagine what you would do other than be like a, you know, competitive like sex person or whatever, but like pelvis, I would never want to try to exercise. Shoulders, I'm very hesitant to like do anything that requires them to be like raised above like that. I don't know. This motion right here. I don't know. Sorry for an audio. I'm like raising my shoulders up vertically. Yeah, it's I'm scared to do that. And then finally ankles, dude. Like if I go jog, I'm very eager to like kind of like rotate is the ankle the technical part where it rotates your foot? What allows your foot to rotate completely around?
Like around the ankle joint, I have like the muscle, or I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, whatever that's called, too. Then that's another one. I would definitely want to stretch that as well before I go jog, because like I can feel it if I don't do that and I like go jogging on cold. I can hear that cracking and it's really discomforting. I'm just like, let me slow it down a little bit more. So,
gotcha. The one in terms of leg shit, the one whatever connects your knee down to your lower leg, whatever, the ACL is the one that I think gets like fuck the most on like basketball players and shit. Like when you like tear that shit, they're out for like a year or some shit, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a very common one. Torn ACL is one I hear is a really common injury as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the PSA boys is definitely stretch, and definitely keep in mind that the human body, it's a miracle in engineering, but goddamn, dude, respect it. Because, yeah, that was what I had to deal with this past week. That was terrible, mostly not because of discomfort. That was unfortunate. That did make it to where I couldn't stream for more than 4 hours at a time because I literally couldn't sit in the chair. I had to go, like, lie down because of my back was that fatigued. But even then, when I would go to lie down in the bed, it was discomforting because it was just more pressure being put no matter how I slept, whether on my belly or on my back. Both sucked, and I had to like kind of like sleep in a very unnaturally stiff state because if I like moved a little bit, it would just like put that, you know, it would put strain on the back in some way, and it really sucked.
Yeah.
So I feel really bad now. Now that I've gone through this for like 4 days, I'm still healing on it, by the way. Anyone who's ever been like all I can think about right now is like if people have been in a car crash and they have like they require like, I don't know, like spinal cord repair surgery of some sort, you know what I mean, like an impact. I can't even imagine, dude, what that must just fucking suck, dude.
Yeah, and the thing that's gonna suck you, the thing's gonna suck even more is when you go back. Like so much of lifting is like in your head that like now every time you start fucking moving something, you're gonna be worried like, fuck, did I warm up enough? Like, am I about to tear this again? Oh god, like it's such a mind fucker. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. Because the biggest thing about the whole injury was like I just want to be able to not think about the pain all day. And it was like every hour it would come back in a sharp pain. I'd have to take ibuprofen. Dude, I was doing all kinds of shit. I would do ibuprofen. I was doing Epsom salt baths every night. I would take melatonin so I could just like pass out and stay out because the pain was annoying. My girlfriend told me that I was like actually like moaning in my sleep from the pain because I would involuntarily move in my sleep to try to get comfortable, and then it would hurt, and I would do all this in my sleep. Dude, dude, y'all, I was doing icy hot, which did help, by the way. Ice hot's definitely a really good thing. I was trying a lot of things, dude. This was not fun. not fun at all. So I'm sorry. That's kind of why I was like not actively streaming this week, because that really fucking sucked.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's been my week. Not fun, but I'm healing.
Speaking of not being healthy, you ever hang out with somebody that is and you find out like the next day or two they get like very fucking sick, and then you're like super ultra conscious of your body like the next couple days, wondering if you're gonna get sick or not?
Oh, I didn't even tell you about that. Oh yeah, you're right. That last Tuesday was when the injury happened, and then which by the way, again, I didn't feel it until Wednesday. I'm sorry, I've said 12 hours. I'm going to say that because the DT podcast happened and I didn't even mention it at that time. So yeah, actually, it occurred like a full day later. Wednesday was whenever I felt it finally. But yeah, no, my girlfriend came back from visiting her family in Ohio, and she was congested. And that's where that cross contamination happened, and I got congested over the weekend in the middle of healing from the back injury, and it was like, fuck, dude. So I've been taking I was taking Sudafed. I was trying to recover on that, dude. I had mucus. I got a tissue box here. I'm taking, herbal tea and all kinds of stuff. It's not a fun. 2019 is not fun for me so far, dude. I'm getting pretty mad.
Damn, those 2019 goals, man, bringing us all down. Have you played Subnautica before? No,
Subnautica. I've heard good things though. I've seen a couple of friends play it.
Okay, I started playing that yesterday. Finally, they fucking dragged me into it. I thought it was really cute.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. No, I need to. I want to play more of those little cute viral games that are sensational. Like I still haven't played Super Hot or a bunch of other shit. I might play something today like that.
Okay.
If your chat makes me enough.
Anything else cute or important that happened over the past week?
Cute or important?
I don't know why I said cute.
No,
because you just said play cute indie games. I think the word was just on my head.
I don't know. Shit, I'm trying to think here. I don't know.
What have you been streaming lately? What do you normally stream then? If you're not like, I actually don't know. Because every time I watch your stream after I host it, you're like watching my debates and shit. So I'm not sure.
Actually, I'm gonna be switching up a little bit soon here because I feel like I need to. I feel like I don't want to be known as like the one trick Destiny reaction stream. So I'm trying to actually switch it up from here on out. Even though it has been fun though. It has been fun because your chat's kind of been giving me all of the, they never want me to watch a progressive, like, an actual like nuanced debate. They always want me to watch like the chaotic ones where like it's just a complete shit show and it's like super fucking.
Every time I host somebody or my people like go to another stream, all they're doing is like spamming like, go watch this Destiny debate. So it feels a little obnoxious sometimes if they're like asking you for it.
Yeah, dude. I feel bad, dude. I feel like your hairline has to be receding like 5 millimeters every time you do one of those things, dude. I'm just like, I can only imagine your temples flaring whenever you're done with those kind of things.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's just really fun for me. I don't know why. I'm like, it's my lucky gift from God that I enjoy it so much.
You thrive on it. Okay.
Yeah, my community made fun of me for it once. I think that was actually my exact quote. It was something along the lines like these are the environments that I thrive in, and because everybody's like, Destiny, you should. At one point in time, there was a big split in my community because a lot of people wanted me to become like Pauly. Is it Pauly DeFranco or something? Who am I? Philip, not Pauly. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking Pauly D, but no.
Philip, I was gonna say you're thinking of Pauly D from. No,
not ready to become a DJ quite yet. From Jersey Shore, yeah. But
from Jersey Shore, dude.
A lot of people wanted me to come like Philip DeFranco and just do like kind of like passing commentary on news and shit. And it's like, dude, like I feel like I'm uniquely equipped to do these types of like shouting debate matches without being like full on fucking crazy. So I don't know. I kind of like to stick to this. So here I am.
I actually agree with that. I'm not sure how well that would work in a. I feel like the whole format that Phil DeFranco does with the commentary on news is like more suited for a static video format.
Oh yeah,
because there's not much to contribute to it being as opposed to being live. Like it's like, would you watch Anderson Cooper cover news live? He's never going to acknowledge your chat or anything, so it's like not really there. Whereas occasionally, I do see you doing things. There's the after party whenever you leave the call, and then you like kind of give like an aftermath with the chat, and I do see you looking at chat occasionally here and there, or chats just reinforcing what's probably what you're thinking about the absurdity of certain claims being made by the.
Yeah, I got like sources and real time fact checking and shit, which is nice sometimes. So
yeah. No, so I think you're doing the right thing. Now as for what I also wait. Let's start here. All right, so Pauly D. That was a slip there. I like that one. So like low key, used to enjoy Jersey Shore. Is that what?
Why? Oh yeah, my ex used to watch Jersey Shore, and I caught all that shit. GTL, bro, fucking Gym Tan Laundry. Yeah,
GT fucking L, baby, let's go. Cabs are here.
When was it Ronnie who got that guy the one punch scene or whatever? Like, that's one punch when he knocked that fucking dude out that ran up on him. Oh shit, I don't know. Did I remember all that shit? That's some funny shit.
All I remember about the thing I remember most about Jersey Shore was the fact that who was it, dude? Snooki, I want to say she thought no. Who was the cocky one? Who was the real cocky douchebag?
All of them were, but which one in particular?
Like, the one with like the one who had the most edgiest Guido haircut, the main one.
Mike, the Situation.
Yeah. Okay, he said that man, I'm a really good actor. Okay, so I'm trying to get me a gig right now. And he had said something along the lines of that because, like, at the peak of Jersey Shore's success, that he was going to headline something really, really soon, and he was going to try to aim for an Oscar. And then at some point, someone in the Academy like did an indirect statement stating that pretty much our policy will be that we will never give anyone an award for any kind of acclaim in a reality TV show. Like, reality TV is not acting, according to the Academy. Like they I forget the exact story, but someone somewhere threw some indirect shade at Mike trying to flex about his credentials for acting based off of his accomplishments in reality TV.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. I wish I remembered the exact statement to make it more of a punch, but
sure, yeah,
it's a situation. You already know what the fuck this guy's all about.
Yeah. Did you ever see him in he started in that commercial with fucking Bristol Palin?
No, I didn't. Well, first off, we're taking back like 10 years right now. Let's just reinforce that real quick here. That like I think there's a lot of people here who don't even like. We got a couple of Fortnite youngins in here right now. Might not even know about what the fuck Jersey Shore even is. We're just talking about a show that's like 10 years old now.
Basically, just like an old reality TV show. Yeah, that was like one of the. It wasn't one of the first, but I want to say Jersey Shore is like the biggest reality TV show in its time, in its prime, right? Do you think? Was there anything else that was bigger than...
Well, here's the problem, right? I'm not really into the network TV shows because I hear that Big Brother was like the original.
Yeah. It was one of the...
But honestly, Big Brother to me seems so fucking synthetic. I could never get into that at all. I mean, debatably Lost is a reality show, right? Or something?
No. No.
No?
Lost?
Wait, am I thinking about... I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah, okay, I was gonna... Yeah,
sorry.
Survivor was a reality show. Different kind of reality show, but that was a reality show, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Survivor, but I just said the wrong name. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, you're the one that says derail all the time, but I'm making everybody watch this because this commercial is too fucking good, okay?
Nah, dude, let's fucking go. What's up?
Hold on 1 sec.
Well, you're getting the commercial for the...
Excuse me,
what is it?
miss.
Oh,
have you ever had a situation with the official situation?
Excuse me, Sitch?
Oh, snap, be Palin.
You mean to tell me that girls actually fall for that line?
Come on, I mean, if those words don't work, I got the situation right there.
I hope you're as committed to safe sex as you are those abs.
I know you're all about that abstinence thing, but I mean, come on, be Palin. Are you serious? Like, you're not gonna hook up with, like, before you're married? For real?
For real.
For real, for real?
For real.
All right, well, you know what? I mean, just in case you do get into a situation, I want to make sure that you are situated. Because if you do get into a situation with your situation, you may end up with a situation, and you may not like that situation.
Trust me, though, I'm not getting myself into another situation. I know how hard it is to be a teen parent.
You know what? I totally respect that. And I totally respect abstinence. I mean, it actually has the word abstinent. I mean, come on, I'm the situation. I love that.
Very funny, but I'm worried about you and you practicing safe sex.
I actually practice a whole lot. I mean, a whole lot.
Talking about the safe part of that.
The safe part, we got the safe part down pat. Wapile. Magnums. You know what? I might be able to spare one. I mean, I'll give you one.
It's fine. I avoid situations.
All right, good. If you're good at avoiding situations, and you're situated, and I'm situated, situation's under control.
Well, I'm glad that we agree on one thing. Pause before you play.
Pause before you play, that's probably the most important thing. You gotta think before you get into a situation. PBYP, that ain't no PB&J sandwich. Bam, wapile, snap.
Wow. So I've never seen it before. Holy shit. That seems so like way too, I don't know what's the word here, like vulgar and explicit to be an actual like abstinence PSA. Is that what that actually was? Was that supposed to be that?
Yeah,
I can't tell if it was
because they're trying to make abstinence like more cool for kids, I guess.
Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure Bristol Palin at this point, doesn't she have I don't want to be incorrect here. Doesn't she have 3 kids among 3 different people at this point? I could be wrong on that.
Dude, I have never seen it before, but oh my god, that was amazing. Like, genuinely, I mean, it worked. It kept my attention. I was expecting like a really boring, tame PSA. Whenever you say it's gonna be a pro abstinence thing, I'm like, okay, cool. But you know, that was so explicit. I was really surprised.
Oh, I'm sorry. She has 2 children amongst, I think, 2 different fathers. Or I'm sorry, she has 3 children, but 2 different fathers. So 3 abstinence children. Yeah.
You know, actually, no, I'm not even gonna call that bad because, you know, seeing Mike's situation advocate for abstinence or even trying to be in such a message to me is already comically like invalid, right? Because clearly this guy, you know, fucks all the time and has probably been through like, let's just call it like 40 plus tramps along Staten Island. But seeing him just like openly like give what feels like a candid reaction to like abstinence, obeying any kind of obligation for to be against premarital sex. You know, I actually thought that was like a good rep there because I feel like it's like any given sexually active teenager at that time. So
yeah, well,
but that was pretty funny though.
Yeah, I don't even know. Everything having to do with Bristol and that shit is like such a shit show. Yeah, with what you're saying though, actually, now that I think about it more, it is kind of weird. Because they have like condoms and shit in the commercial as well, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Okay.
I mean, even when I was waiting, like it wasn't just condoms. He was like, you know, I'm gonna wait to like, you know, flex, you know, Magnum flex as well. It was like, man, wow, this is no. What's I guess what's admirable about that is like, you know, I feel like that's genuinely what Mike would do in that situation. Like if it was not I used situation unintentionally. In that
oh yikes!
Sorry, is that a pun? I'm gonna take an L there. That's already 0-1 in Destiny's favor for scoreboard this podcast. But yeah, no, I feel like that's how he would genuinely act. It presented with those with that in its entirety. Like it didn't feel like a disconnect for him to like, you know, look like a stiff twig on some kind of bullshit PSA. Mm-hmm. Is he right for that? Is he right for that particular thing? I don't know, but regardless though, yeah, he seemed genuine, which is like a +1 for me.
Yeah. And then here's a minor shout out for the kids in the audience, something that a lot of people don't know. If you have problems with condoms because they are fucking horrible to wear and they squeeze the fuck out of your dick, the original size Magnum condoms are supposed to fit normal sized penises, but they have like a better fit than like the normal condoms that if you ever feel like they're choking the life out of you. There you go.
This is true.
Yeah. There's your meme of the day. So you can feel like a big boy. If you have an average size penis, which is I think it's like 5.2 inches or something. It's not like 12 inches. Don't worry. You go buy Magnum condoms. You feel like a big boy,
but
and
all
they're
the
more
porn
comfortable.
I watch says otherwise.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I can agree with that too. Actually, you're bringing back to a story I didn't even know I had here. Sorry, if I'm going to derail into. I actually still haven't told you what I stream regularly, by the way. But
oh yeah, I just assume it's Super Mario Maker, but go ahead.
Well. All right, well, I'm gonna say fuck this and continue to derail here.
Yep.
Anecdote real quick. First time trying on a condom, it was one of those like it was a lifestyle brand condom that was free at the barbershop. I like was super embarrassed to grab it, but I didn't want to not know how to do it. So I just fucking like took out the fishbowl and ran the fuck out. I don't know how you came in access of condoms at whatever point, but you know, at my, you know,
I just go to the store and I buy them. I only buy them with no other items in my cart, and I stare at the cashier the entire time they're checking it out. And then I give him like a really fucking creepy grin. And I'm like,
can I tell you? I have a really terrible story about that too. God damn, you're making me not want to. I'm sorry. I know we got topics here, but man,
I can go derail this shit. This is the derail podcast.
So first thing first here, like, okay, so the fit. So for pro safe sex and my barbershop in the where I lived at the time, they had a fishbowl with a fuck ton of condoms in it. They were all like, there was really shitty cheap Lifestyle. The brand's called Lifestyle condoms. Tried it on, dude. Fucking like thing was like squeezing my ding dong, suffocating. And I was like, this fucking sucks. Is this really what condoms feel like? Holy fucking shit. And then then I came into access to a Magnum like later on, and I tried that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually still pretty terrible because condoms fucking suck. But yeah, this is definitely better. So I had a similar experience with that as well. Now, as for your whole like alpha male, look them right in the eye and I need these. What's up? Dude, it's so fucking bad, dude. As a teenager, I was a competitive masturbator, and there was at one point where do I continue the story here? Because it's
you might as
terrible.
well go. You open with competitive masturbator, so you're kind of obligated to finish at this point. Go ahead.
All right. Well, as a teenager, I was out of lube. What do I do? I don't have any backups or whatsoever. So I walked to my local Walgreens because obviously I don't want my parents involved with whatnot. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I need some lube or whatever, and I'm like, fuck. Okay, well, I'm gonna buy lube, but I gotta like buy other shit to like derail the fact that I'm buying lube. It's gotta like make it like a little more nonchalant. But I'm like fucking 15 or 14. I don't know how old I was at the time. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy. Fuck, all right. So I'm walking through. I'm like, okay, what can I possibly buy to make it seem like to just like minimize the impact of me buying this fucking lube? So I ended up buying like a copy of like a gaming magazine. I had the lube, and I was like, all right, this is good. This is good. You know what though? You know what would really derail us right now? If I bought hand sanitizer. I don't know why that's would actually be a thing. If I bought hand sanitizer, they're both 2 bottles of chemicals. And so it will seem like I'm just like getting chemicals and not like I'm so
I got it. Okay, Walter White. Yeah, and then
I don't know. I thought that was gonna work, and it was just like dude, the whole thing was really, really terrible because it was like, because I'm like, okay, they should probably think I'm gonna like use the lube and then like just fucking hand sanitize and I wash my hands after. And I'm like, I'm fucking dumb. Like,
well,
it was
okay,
so
at
fucking.
Least you're... Do you actually like? Would you actually buying like lube, or were you buying like lotion? Or I thought, can't you just use lotion?
Well, I was entitled. I was like, well, if I'm gonna, my whole theory was, okay, could I have just bought lotion? Yeah, but it was like, no, I want the fucking lube. It was better.
Was it? Is it actually okay?
Yeah, for sure, fam.
Here's an interesting.
Not only that too, by the way, but lotion leaves a smell. So it's like, if you're a teenager, you're at the mom's house and you got the smell going on.
This is gonna sound really fucking racist, but don't black people have to use a fuck ton of lotion anyway, so you don't get like ashy and shit, or is that not a thing? Am I totally fucking inventing that?
Wait. Do you not use lotion? Wait,
no, never.
Black people have to use lotion?
Not
really?
Generally, no. Unless you're a woman.
Hang on. Whoa. Okay, first off so first off, the human body on average has 20 pounds of skin on the body. That is a fuck ton of skin, and you should be applying lotion because soap does dehydrate the skin at a surface level.
I've never applied lotion in my life. Fuck that.
Oh my god.
And girls tell me I have very soft hands, so you know what? Fuck you.
That's because you don't fucking lift.
That's because I don't do shit. Yeah, we're done. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. All right. Anyway.
All right.
Lotioning every day. I know a little bit about your people because one of my close friends growing up was black, and like the guy that I spent like every weekend with, Jay. I remember he was black, so I learned a lot about black people. I learned that you guys use washcloths, never just bars of soap. You have washcloths in like every fucking bathroom. I learned about the weird fucking shit you put on your plate called collard greens. I still don't know what the fuck those are to this day, but I know that like every time I'm over to their house, his dad always made some for him. And then I know that you use lotion a lot because every time my friend would come over and he would leave, my grandma would say, I need to, this is her words, okay, I'm not saying this, but she would say, I need to wash the sheets because colored people have certain smells. And I found out it was because he used lotion a lot. So that was my early African American studies growing up, was because I had that friend. But in general, I don't think that white people usually lotion every day unless you're like a girl or whatever will use lotion.
All right. I want you to know you've opened a giant can of worms, and there's no way you can go into like this racial observation thing and have me just not like super fucking derail here right now because I don't even want to reply to that. I don't want to reply to that. I want to just come in here and start retaliating right now because like look, black people do X, Y, and Z. White folks, okay, listen, your potato salad's trash. You use like 90% mustard. You barely fucking make it competent whatsoever. Y'all are not about giving us bread. Well, for white Thanksgiving, y'all are definitely about giving us just some fucking store-bought piece of shit, bullshit ass fucking Walmart bread aisle, instant chemical-filled bullshit rolls with no butter in them. Y'all don't know what the fuck cornbread is. Y'all don't even respect cornbread as a vital component of any given Thanksgiving meal.
Okay.
me think. What else is there here?
White people cornbread is very fucking dry. I will admit that. Yep.
Yeah. Here's some tuna casserole. Ugh, what? Ew. Also, tuna. I'm sorry, y'all. That's like. I would roast here on the whole like mayonnaise pack that you guys have.
From the can, people. We call it tuna fish, by the way.
But like,
I don't know why, but...
tuna is it's cat food, dude. To me, this tastes like cat food. I don't know how the fuck y'all deal with that. That is like, ugh. Cannot deal with it, dude. Another thing that really triggers me here is the fact that like, let me tell you about once upon a time where I went to a Subway and whenever I get like if I get like a white person who's working the sandwich assembly and like I legit. Like there was one point where I'm like, yeah, I can take mayonnaise in tame doses, but y'all go crazy. Y'all go literally insane. I'm like, can I get